The foundations of language and grammar were laid down by ancient Greek grammarians starting with Socrates around 430 BC and culminating with Apollonius Discalus and Dionysius Thrax around 130 BC. If you Google Greek grammarians, you will come across hundreds of them in ancient Greece. They came up with the idea of the parts of speech and word order constructs. Their books are still selling, but, sadly, few modern grammarians buy. It is no secret that all European languages are built on the architecture of classical Greek and, in that sense, they are all to a certain extent crypto-Greek. Sadly, though, most grammarians today are grammarians only in name because they do not understand grammar. They regurgitate grammar concepts, but they do not really comprehend them. The reason is that they have never studied the foundations of grammar. Each part of speech has a definition. In that definition, the role of each part of speech in a clause is spelled out clearly and unequivocally. Those definitions do not change with time because the basic natural flow of life is a constant. For example, the definition of a verb 2,500 years ago reflected the same concept as it does today. What is a verb? Verbs are words that take one or more subjects. Technology or lifestyle do not change the definitions of the parts of speech. You get the idea. Let us learn English now. The use of tenses. In English, the use of tenses is one of the most difficult topics. Choose the wrong tense, and you will find that what you are saying is dramatically different than what you intended to say. It is worth noting that the power of the precision of the English language lies in large part in the full-fledged tense system that it features. With 16 tenses in the active voice plus 10 tenses in the passive voice, English is the only language that resembles classical Greek, the heavyweight among languages, when it comes to power of expression. To determine which tense to use, one needs to be able to read not just the text, but also the context. To read the context, one needs to be acquainted with the following context haptics, which are language independent and need to be identified in each case. First, grammatical time. There are 4 grammatical times in all languages: general time, present time, past time, and future time. Second, mere occurrence. The speaker is only interested in conveying an occurrence. Third, progressive means that something has started but has not ended. Progressive seeks to connect what is in progress at a specific moment with occurrences. Fourth, perfect focuses on the completed. As a rule, general time in English is expressed via the present simple. The name present simple is misleading because, as a rule, that tense expresses the general, not the present. Its name should be, instead, general simple. You have to practice putting your finger on all 4 haptics: time, occurrence, progressive, and perfect. Once you can discern these 4 haptics in a clause, everything becomes simple and easy. All 4 haptics are language independent. They occur in all languages because they reflect the natural flow of life. It is true that they are rendered by different constructs, but, nevertheless, they are there in every language. In Card 1, the time of sentence A is general. The time of sentence B is present because this week is present. The time in sentence C is also present because today is present. The time in sentence D is past. The time in sentence E is past. And the time in sentence F is future. In Card 2, in sentence A, we have haptics 1 and 2, that is general time and occurrence. In sentence B, we have haptics 1 and 3, that is general time and progressive context. In sentence C, we have haptics 1 and 4, that is present time and perfect context. When we deal with perfect context, we need to identify before when. Well, in this case, before now. In sentence D, we have haptics 1, 2, and 4, that is past time, occurrence, and perfect. Notice the direction of the arrow. When the occurrences move forward in time, we make use of the past simple tense, but when occurrences move backwards in time, we make use of the past perfect. In every single book I have read on English grammar, they say that we use the past perfect before another action in the past. But this is insane. In sentence D, she locked the door and then got in her car. Both occurrences are rendered in past simple. Only when time moves backwards do we make use of the past perfect. In sentence E, we have haptics 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is, the time is past. Part of the context is progressive, part of it is mere occurrence, and part of it is perfect. In sentence E, we have all 4 haptics. Of course, haptic 1 is always there. It goes without saying that if you have any questions, you can always email me.